So continuing the videos forward, we have a typical question from limits, which is quite a good question. For a certain value of c, the limit x tending to infinity, x to the power 4 plus 5x cube plus 3 whole to the power c minus x, it's a finite limit as per given and it's non-zero. Hence, we are required to find c as well as to compute the limits. So here we start the solution. As you can quite goodly see, like if I just write it, that limit x tending to plus infinity, x to the power 4 plus 5x cube plus 3 whole to the power c minus x. If we substitute x directly, we are getting this is tending to infinity and this is also tending to infinity. So ultimately, this means it's an infinity minus infinity form. So it's an indeterminate, quite well seen. So what are we trying to do it here now? So I have an idea, like let's take x to the power 4 c common from it. So you get x to the power 4 c 1 plus 5 upon x plus 3 upon x to the power 4 whole c minus x. Going forward, limit x tending to plus infinity, x to the power 4c, now taking a whole lot again common, and this will become 1 upon x to the power 4c minus 1. Quite clear. I have taken x to the power 4c common from the whole term. Now moving forward, as you can see, as it's been given that the limit is finite as well as non-zero. So if you just substitute now x to x infinity, like this will tend to infinity and this will tend to 1, this will tend to infinity and this will tend, obviously if you just see, it will depend what 4c minus 1 is, but obviously it will tend to 0. So let's check what 4c minus 1, and in this case the whole limit as a whole is tending to infinity and hence it's not finite. So we have to look at some points here, and rather it is 1 into infinity. So now to make it a finite limit, we are assuming, it's an assumption, if it goes true we'll get c and we will compute the limit, and if we are getting the limit then it's quite sure that c is the value which we have assumed. We have to take 4c minus 1 to be 0, which ultimately makes 1 upon x 4c minus 1 to be 1. So this implies that x, that is c, is equal to 1 by 4. Now substituting c to be 1 by 4, we get limit x tending to infinity, x to the power 1, and then you have 1 plus 5 upon x plus 3x4 upon 1 by 4 minus, basically this will become your 1. Now what I will do is I take the x which is present here in the denominator and make its reciprocal. So this whole thing will go to 1 plus 5 upon x plus 3 upon x to the power 4 whole to the power 1 by 4 minus 1 upon 1 by x. Now it's quite clearly seen that as x tends to infinity, this whole thing, it will tend to, as you can see, this is 1 minus 1, this will be going 0 0, and 1 to the power 1 by 4 is 1, so 1 minus 1 is again 0, and down it is 1 upon x, which will tend to infinity, so it's 0 by 0 form now. And we quite well know that when it is 0 by 0 form or infinity by infinity form, we go for L'Hopital rule, or some way know it by L'Hospital rule. So by L'Hospital or L'Hopital rule, this implies limit x tending to infinity, it will be, if you just check it quite well here, it will be 1 by 4 into 1 plus 5 upon x plus 3 4, and its differential will be minus 5 upon x square minus 12 upon x to the power 5, and the downer side will be minus 1 upon x square. Taking the minus up, you get plus plus. Now taking next step is limit x tending to infinity, x square into 1 by 4, and just opening the brackets, you get 5 upon x square plus 12 upon x to the power 5 plus 25 upon x cube plus 60 upon x to the power 6 plus 15 upon x to the power 6 plus 36 upon x to the power 9. And just moving to the next page. this implies again limit, you have x tending to infinity, x square into 1 by 4, 5 upon x square, and you have plus 12 upon x to the power 5, plus you have 25 upon x cube, plus 60 upon, you have x to the power 6, plus 15 upon x to the power 6, and at last you have 36 upon x to the power 9. So as you can see again that it's going infinity into, now applying limit, a limit x tending to infinity, and then you just cut things, you get 5 plus 12 upon x cube plus 25 upon x plus 60 upon x to the power 4 plus 15 upon x to the power 4 plus 36 upon x to the power 7. And applying limits, now you get, applying the limit, you get 1 upon 4 into 5 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0. This ultimately means the limit is 5 by 4. And as it was mentioned in the question that it's a finite limit, and we are getting that this finite limit to be 5 by 4, so which is a finite number as per me, and hence our assumption that c is equal to 1 by 4 is correct, and hence the limit is 5 by 4. Thank you.